Welcome to Darksteel Showdown, and today we're going to be looking at Jordan's Shilgengar. It's the Sire of Famine deck. So this is a little bit more of a deep dive than our Cryptic Librarian deck text, where we just list 5 cards and some archetypes that we think are really good. In this one, we're going to look at the commander, the deck in its entirety, look at why each card is in the deck and what makes it good in the deck, and explain why we think it's fun or how we built it personally. So themes, exactly. So this is Jordan's personal deck. So we're going to start off by playing a couple test hands and just seeing what they look like. So just for the record, Shilgengar is 3 black for a 6/6 flying Elder Demon. He reads: sacrifice another creature, create a blood token. If you sacrifice an angel this way, create a number of blood tokens equal to the toughness instead. And then for Orzhov, sacrifice 6 blood tokens, return each creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Those creatures are vampires in addition to their other types. The line of text I always forget every time we play.
Vampires?
I don't think that's ever come up, though.
I don't play any vampire tribal stuff in it.
But the thing that I always miss is the fact that it doesn't care about just angels in your graveyard.
Oh yeah, it's everything.
It's everything in your graveyard,
which
it's caught me out several times. I also want to just mention that this is the most metal commander I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, the Throne of Angel Wings are just awesome.
Here on screen. Lovely. Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. So why don't we draw a test 7 and see what it looks like.
7 cards.
Ooh. Instant spice. Wow.
I don't know.
This is a problem that this deck does have, though, because you're not doing anything until turn 4, and that's assuming you're drawing a land.
And there's a fair amount of ramp in the deck, but this is good, but I don't think I'd keep this.
No.
I'd rather than be in the bin.
This is definitely the challenge of the Angel deck, though, is that it is such a high curve.
Yeah, but these are all fire cards. The fact that I shuffled and got both at the same time is insane.
Yeah, Glissa and Bruna, for those of you who have not suffered under its backside revealed here. It's a horrible monster of Eldritch Might.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I replaced my Nesting Grounds with the one from EOE because I quite like the art on that.
Yeah, I love the idea of this. I mean, you talked me into this card when you first mentioned that you were putting it in the deck. The ability to move those finality counters onto a land where it's.
No, it's not my permanents.
Right.
It's permanent I control onto any permanent, so I pick things you have.
Right, yeah.
And then when I deal damage to it or ping it, it dies.
Yeah. Yeah. And this Marionette Master, obviously, really good for any time those blood tokens disappear.
Yep.
Like, when it comes down, if you fabricate it for having, 3+1/+1 counters on it, it's got 4 power, and now you sack 6. And you dome somebody for...
Depending on the play, it's usually always comes down with the +1/+1 counters. I don't think I've ever done the servo, but... The servos could be useful because I do have sack triggers.
I run this in my Glissa the Trader deck as well, and I only think in the years I've owned that deck, I think I've only ever gotten the servos once, and it was in a super advantageous position where it was I just need to survive one more round, and now I'm combo winning.
Yeah.
So it's a very good card. So let's shuffle these back and get another take.
Okay. This is an amazing card in this deck. I love me some combo. Thane is also really good at removing counters. Sunblast. Oh, and another new addition, the Godless Shrine.
Okay. So it's less expensive. It's still, you're not doing anything until turn 3.
Yeah. Something.
Is this a keep?
I would probably keep this. Depends on if this was my second mulligan or not. If this was a starter hand, I don't know if I'd keep this because, again, I'm not doing anything until turn 3, which is slow for this deck.
Yeah.
It needs to go and gain some sort of advantage earlier in the game.
Yeah.
I'm Thane's good, but only after things have come back. Combo's great.
But only after people are, running.
Yep, exactly. And then Sunblast Angel, again, is something I like to keep for a little later to play in. And then destroy all tapped creatures. It's just a board wipe on a creature.
Mulliganing aggressively, you're shuffling this back and going again.
Yeah. Most likely, I would shuffle this and go again. Right. If this was my second, I would keep this just to not lose a card, but
See one more?
Sure.
So we're putting one back on this one.
you want to cut? Sarah Ascendant an angel too?
No, it's a
Human.
human naturally.
Because I debated Sarah Ascendant and Bishop of the Wings in this deck. Just because
Yeah, I mean,
good.
Bishop of the Wing would be good for.
I don't like pull to do it because it doesn't ramp me.
Sure.
It just gives me life and that's it, really?
Doesn't it, when an angel dies, you get a 1/1 flying spirit?
Yeah. Anyway, 7 cards. Fane again, crazily. Blade of Selves is a new Ghostway, Holy Cow, and Gisela. So, no ramp still, which is awful.
How much ramp is in the deck?
14 pieces. I think I have I've put a ton of ramp. They're expensive creatures.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. It's just amazing that we haven't seen one. I mean, I guess this is technically ramp.
Yeah, it's turn 3 ramp though.
4 because it's got a tap for mana.
So. Yeah, right.
And this currently only taps for black.
Yep.
So
and this taps for colorless. So
you're really hosed.
Yeah, I might keep this just because. Turn 1, I don't know. Feels better, but again, this is more protection for Ghostway, and when they come back, they would lose their finality counters, which is the intent behind it. Holy Cow has been on the chopping block, but due to its history, it needs to stay in the deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did we record that one?
No.
Okay.
No, there's oh goodness. I might have been the game or just the game before we started recording.
Yeah.
I attacked in with a Mesa Enchantress.
Yeah, 0/2.
It was like, for the message.
Yeah.
This holy cow.
Oh, and then so that's good. So that's why it stays. I mean, it does do more. It is an angel, an Ox Angel, so it does trigger on angel effects, and it does give me life and it scries. So it's
also
helpful.
a flash angel, which means you get to hold up mana in a deck that doesn't usually hold up mana.
Yeah, for when people swing you, 0/2.
It does it. Like, having played against this deck, knowing that you have this Ox has actually changed attack patterns that I've had against the deck.
Yeah,
because if you don't tap out, it's very unusual for this deck not to tap out because of how expensive it is. Which means when you're holding up mana, you're either holding up mana because you absolutely do have nothing in your hand. Yeah. Or you've got this thing.
Yeah, waiting.
Which is just miserable.
Yeah. And then this was a new addition to the Blade of Selves. And there's 2 creatures. There's Battle Angels of Tyr.
I appreciate that you are running this card in this art.
Yeah.
I realize that it is it does this one. I do appreciate that it actually does say the thing. It does look textless, but it is actually have everything listed, which I do like.
It matches too, which is nice.
It's really nice. Okay.
Because this gives me just more angels to sack at the end of turn.
Yeah.
Which gives me more blood tokens.
For sure.
Which is it's self-explanatory, even though a lot of the things are legendaries.
But if they die though, they don't trigger any of these, but you've got so many aristocrats in the deck that it's still gonna do a thing.
Yeah.
And not this one, but Bruna. Thank you. Brizella is the backside. If you put it onto Bruna, it reanimates 2 things as you move to combat. Those come in, they return a bunch of angels even though they die.
Yep. Which is why there are some angels that just return things in this deck too. Yeah. Because we're milling a ton. Even though we haven't seen a bunch of mill.
Okay. Once more with feeling. Ooh. I need to see another planes to make this. Okay, well that came together nicely. So
still only 2-3 lands.
It's 3 lands, but I mean you got Giada on turn 2, and then turn. Oh well, you can't play this on turn 3. It says so itself. But I mean you're playing the Battle Angels on turn 3. Yeah. Which feels really good. Yep. And then turn 4 you've got.
Yeah, because this is draw, this is life, this is everything. It's
everything.
Find lands, or it gets treasure.
Yeah, turn 4, you're either playing Shilgengar or you're getting both of these into play. Yeah. Because this will make you the white mana treasure that you need to cast the other one. Yep. So this is great. I mean, this is a wonderful hand. Yeah. I do love the inclusion of these really nice EOE lands.
I didn't put the Galaxy foil ones that I have in this. I wanted them to keep them for like a Woobird deck that I haven't made yet. I don't even know what I want it to be. But
Slivers. Yeah, no, these are this is phenomenal. I'd run this hand for sure.
I'd run this hand. This is great.
Okay.
This is a good hand. This gives me a lot of options.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right. So now what we'll do is just have a quick look at each individual. We've broken the deck into different styles, piles of the different archetypes. So you've got a bunch of angels here that have cheap angels. Yeah. So you've got the youthful Sarah Avenger. Obviously, these are low costed. We talked a little bit about the Holy Cow earlier. The Righteous Valkyrie is really nice. It does give you that nice life gain. Yeah. And
it works too when you reanimate.
For sure. And gives you that opportunity, like especially when you get that opportunity to sack your whole board multiple times if you can get that going.
Get an anthem effect.
For sure. Get that anthem effect up. I mean, obviously your angels are already big and scary, so it's
make them bigger and scarier.
Make them bigger and scarier for sure. Now, speaking about making them bigger and scary, we've got Lyra Dawnbringer.
Yeah, I always forget that she gives them lifelink, but that is the important part.
For sure.
Or one of the important parts.
For sure. And then obviously, Gliss is in the deck so that you can... Gisela, yes. So you can partner with Bruna.
That's literally the only reason they're in the deck.
I think it's a good reason. I mean...
Yeah, I buried alive and I fetched those.
Yep. 2, 4... I mean, you've got 6 cards in here that don't really fit any of your other themes.
Yeah.
But they're still... All of these are angels.
Yes.
So they're still fitting the theme
of the deck.
Without fitting the theme.
Yeah.
So I like that. That's very good. So we'll put that one over here.
Next one's like protection and like counter removal, I guess is what we'll call it.
Yeah, when you were originally building the deck, you were like pitching this to me where you got a bunch of these like exile effects, and I was like, it felt like
Pillow 40?
Pillow 40, but like in a really weird kind of way. And when you were like, oh, but by exiling them when they return to the battlefield, they don't have the finality counter on them anymore, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and you've got examples like this Guardian of Girper, which exiles and is an angel in addition to that.
It's just one creature for that one. Those two are pick.
Ghostway, and Eerie Interlude. Yeah, they do mass effects.
Sanctuary Warden is really just for the shield counters, and then whenever you remove counters, you make creatures.
Yeah.
Which is great. Just extra bodies.
I do love this.
This is We Have Avacyn at home.
If you ended up getting your hands on an
Avacyn, I would totally put it in.
Okay, so this
is on the chopping block for Avacyn.
Cool. Okay,
yeah, 100%.
100%. Have you ever managed to cast it for its alternate casting cost?
No.
Okay.
It's always been full mana or it's been reanimated.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, full...
Well, reanimated.
Yeah. Obviously, there's a Swiftfoot Boots. Classic.
Self-explanatory.
Yep. I do like this Metropolis Reformer. It's a low-cost angel, which
and you don't see the effect that often that like you as the player don't have hex or have hexproof.
And we've had a couple of games now where people have lost on the channel due to targeted effects.
Yeah.
So this does matter.
Yep.
For sure.
Archangel of Tides is a weird one. I feel like it's an angel, which is why it's in, and then it just makes people pay more money to attack me. That's really all it does. So just spend more of your resources on attacking me so I can come over next turn, fly over your army.
Which, I mean, is really good. Like, when you're already playing at a disadvantage when, like, we've seen on the, like, big scary dragons.
Yep.
Usually also have green. Green's the best at ramp.
Yes.
So it's able to get those big scary creatures into play. So it sometimes will have excess mana sitting around. You don't have that luxury.
Yeah.
So, like, forcing your opponents to sort of meet you at that mana, I think is good. It slows them down. And it
works for me. It's not like a mean, or I shouldn't say mean, but more competitive, like Smothering Tide.
And this is mean.
That is mean, but it works great.
This Drana and Lavinia, or Linvala, yeah.
Totally for
activated abilities of creatures your opponents control can't be activated. I have a number of my decks win through activated abilities on creatures. Like, this just hoses several decks.
That last game we played with Bryce.
Yeah. We did I don't know when this will come out in comparison to that video, but look for a game that we played on our Discord.
Forget the name of the green.
Yes.
Free mana.
It's on screen now. But yeah, it was a heck of a thing watching him sort of go through that cycle for sure, and that this would have just hosed him.
Yep.
I am sure, knowing Bryce as long as I have, I'm sure he had an answer.
Probably.
But yeah, that's a rough ability for sure. And the fact that Drana and Linvala gain the abilities,
yes,
has that ever?
It's never been relevant. It's only been to kind of like suppress what others are doing. It's never been a thing where you have a thing I want.
Yeah.
Or maybe there has been. It's just mana has hosed me or something. It's just not been applicable.
Right. Next pile. Aristocrats, which makes perfect sense because your commander facilitates a free sack outlet on him. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of these backgrounds.
They're great. I'm surprised they don't see more play. They're just so good.
They're so good. Yeah, even in commanders that don't like choose a background.
Yeah.
Like this is phenomenal. And this one, I'm amazed is not the most expensive one.
Yeah.
Like the other ones are like powerful effects, but like aristocrat strategies are so common that it's astounding to me that Agent of the Iron Throne is not more prevalent.
Yeah.
Because it does artifacts and creatures, which means when you activate your commander's last ability to sack a whole bunch of blood tokens, this pings up your opponents for 6.
Yep.
And then you have a scary board all of a sudden from your graveyard. Like this is
works.
not okay.
It's great.
And I mean, like this. That's why the Marionette Master is so
thing.
good. Yeah, it does the thing for sure.
And then Mirkwood Bats is the same, so you create and when you do remove, which is amazing.
The one time that Shilgengar was on stream, if Mirkwood Bats had been in play, I think it might have won you the game.
Yeah.
It was just
it's a slower deck. It's not super competitive.
No,
I mean,
for sure.
It's more like flavorful fun.
Yeah. It also didn't help that you had an unblockable commander that was swinging at you for lethal commander damage.
Yeah.
So. We actually did get a comment on that video, and it was like, "Why didn't you just sack your board to get untapped creatures?" And it was like, "It's unblockable."
Yeah,
it was blockable only by walls.
I had thought we had politicked Jordan and I, but apparently Jordan Unity was not a thing that day.
Yeah, the Jordan Conclave was not in a unanimous vote for sure. And then we've got Cruel Celebrant, which is whenever another creature or planeswalker you control dies, each opponent loses 1, you gain 1.
Yeah.
Disciple of the Vault, whenever an artifact is put into a graveyard, target opponent loses 1. Not as good, but it's a 1-mana creature, which in this deck, as we've seen, might be the only 1-mana creature.
I think it's the only one.
So, having a blocker early is good, for sure. I love
this was
Rampage of the Valkyries. This is such a good include.
Yeah.
Enters, make a 4/4 angel with flying and vigilance. And whenever an angel you control dies, each opponent sacks a creature. Like a 4/4/5 with vigilance and flying isn't great rate anymore.
Yeah.
But it's not a terrible rate.
No. I mean, you're definitely playing for the other ability, but you get a free body too. So
yeah. You get a free body that...
I mean, Dictate or Great Pact are 3 mana anyway, so you pay 2 more for a 4/4 with flying and Vigi. Like, right? It's a good trade.
Yeah, it's good. Love that. Okay, so now, we've talked a lot about sacrificing your dudes and bringing them back with your commander, but then you're also running all of these other things that are like, hey, how about instead of just bringing them back with the commander with finality counters on it, let's just bring them back. Just bring them back. I do love that you have chosen the correct art for Machias.
Yeah, I love that art. It's so good.
It's so good. Obviously, this is just another like finality counter like thing.
Yeah.
Where like if you can't get the counter on it, or you can't get the counter off of it, then it's just going to die again. But I do love this random line of human protection as well.
Right. Which I don't know if it'll ever come up. I can't think, like, none of us run a human tribal at this point, but...
Yeah.
There are humans.
There are humans in Magic. They are one of the most commonly printed creature types. So, they'll make a presence. This Angel of Indemnity?
Indemnity.
For sure. 6 mana, 5/5 flying lifelink. When it enters the battlefield, return target permanent card with mana value 4 or less. I do love that it says permanent card, because in this deck, with all the blood counters, when you are cycling through your deck trying to find things, occasionally I've seen you
get rid of an enchantment, artifact, something important.
Or a land. And this thing just brings that back. And I love Encore. Yes. This ends up in the graveyard, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, never mind. Now I have 3 in play and 3 other permanents. It's a great include, for sure. We've talked about Bruna already. We know why it's in the deck.
Yep.
Savine's Reclamation is seen in all sorts of formats. I feel that one's
it's the same
known.
thing. A lot of the artifacts and enchantments that are permanent are 3 or less, so it does the thing.
Anybody watching this stream who's played Magic for a while is already familiar with this art. I don't even have to say that Karmic Guide is here.
Karmic Guide's great.
Karmic Guide is great. I do love that you can choose like the best places for Karmic Guide are in decks that do not care if you're paying the echo cost or not. And like this deck is perfect for that example. Like you play this, you get a thing back, and then we come back around and you're like, is there a commander in play that's black that I don't want to hit me next turn? All right, I'll pay the echo cost. Or you just let it go and you get it back with Shilgengar later. You got the Sarah Paragon, 4 mana. Once during each of your turns, you may play a land from your graveyard. Again, talking about
mill.
Yeah. Or cast a permanent with mana value 3 or less. If you do, it gains when this permanent is put into a graveyard from the battlefield. Exile it. You gain 2 life. Again, supporting that perfect idea that you had about exiling these creatures. So great in there. This Renegade Reaper, not reanimation, but I've seen it pull. Anytime I've seen you play it, putting cards into your graveyard, filling it up, it's a phenomenal include.
And you get 4 life usually because I have a lot of angels.
Because you have a lot of angels.
Just works.
Have you ever considered putting in Stitcher Supplier? It's the 1 mana.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I've thought about it. There's also
there's a couple
there's something from like
similar.
EOE that lets me sacrifice for Surveil as well.
Yeah, but it's never made the cut.
Yeah, it hasn't made the cut. It was up last time, but it does the thing. And I don't think I've ever played the one that you're holding on to.
I'm holding on to this one for last because I think this is a deeply slept on card.
Yeah.
I love it so much. The Amirius Shepherd. Flying 4/4 and landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may return target non-land permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. I love the fact that the next line of text is that if that land is a plains, you may return a non-land card to the battlefield instead. What is this card?
It's great.
This card is amazing.
It's so good.
I run it in a number of my decks because it is just... It's silly nonsense.
Yeah,
it's a 7 mana 4/4. That's not the line of text we need to be worried about.
We need to worry with the last line.
Like that last line of text. Like if I'm on turn 8 and I play myself, like if this goes to the graveyard in any way, and you can reanimate it with any of these cards or your commander, I'm horrified because you are a land away from just getting
something else.
Yep. And it's like there's no mana restriction on this one.
No.
It
just does the thing.
It just does the thing.
It's great.
Okay.
Ramp
hyper important in this deck. We've talked about it ad
yes.
nauseum at this point.
In the test hands we had gone through.
A lot of problems getting there. Beautiful Soul Ring. You've got the Arcane Signet Classics. You've got the Talisman of Hierarchy. These are cards people have seen. The Orzhov Signet. These are cards people have seen. If you've seen Angel decks before, I'm sure you've seen Gayata. It's just it
does the thing.
It does. It does so many things.
Great.
Yeah. Flying Vigilance, and then
each other angel you control enters with a 1/1 counter for each angel you already control.
Yeah, and ramps you for angels,
yep.
which is great. This Starnheim Aspirant is also very good. 3 mana 2/2. The angel spells cost 2 less. Like,
I debated
if this is suddenly 5 mana, it's like a Myriad Shepherd is 5 mana. I'm not ready at turn 5.
I kept it in. It's been on the chop for the Pearl Medallion, I think it is, from MH3, but
it just hasn't gotten there
yet.
You are a huge fan of Lotho. It's in so
I love
many
the Lord
of your
of the Rings
decks.
sets.
Yeah. Whenever a player casts their second spell, each turn you lose 1 life and create a treasure token. That happens all the time. It never stops.
Yeah.
If someone only plays a single spell, it's because they played a bomb or they are heavily on the back foot.
Yep.
And this is, if your opponent isn't on the back foot and they're like feeling fancy free to cast multiple spells, this is keeping you up to pace with them.
Yeah.
Losing the 1 life doesn't matter. If you are above 0 life, like the game is still yours.
If I can get 3 treasures by the time it circles back and I played him on turn 2, I can play my commander next turn. It's true. I don't care about the loss of life at that point.
Yeah, all right. So the Inspiring Statuary is really good too. Non-artifact spells you cast have improvised. The majority of the deck is non-artifact.
Yep.
And you have all these
blood tokens.
All these blood tokens
that incidental to sit there
that suddenly have value. Absolutely. Yep.
We'll get to those later.
For
But
sure. This Fane, the Broker, I think is the spiciest ramp card in this deck.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so
it does so much.
Tap to sacrifice a creature, put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. The big one here, obviously, is tap, remove a counter from a creature you control, create a treasure token. So you bring back your entire board from the graveyard.
Yep.
They all have finality counters on them. You tap this, you remove a treasure token. Or remove a finality counter.
For a treasure.
Yeah. This thing also has tap this to sacrifice an artifact, which are blood tokens, which I've seen you sometimes struggle where you're suddenly like, I don't have
what I need, and they'll pay and I'll sell.
Or someone's wiped your graveyard out, and now you need something else to do. And so you make a 2/1 white and black Inkling token with flying. So now you've got a flyer again.
Yeah.
So a blocker out of nowhere. And pay 4 mana, untap this boy. And if you're you bring all your creatures back and then are suddenly faced with a board wipe, this protects one, two of your creatures. Yeah, it protects the things that you would rather in your graveyard instead of in exile or anywhere else. Yeah. So that's great.
Card draw?
Card
draw.
Doing something else. We'll do card draw. Sure. All right. New addition to the deck, Midgar, City of Mako.
Yeah, that's just a great card.
Yeah, sacrifice an artifact or a creature again.
Draw 2 cards. Blood tokens is something useful.
Yeah.
And then it goes on an adventure, and I play it as tap land if I don't have anything else.
Phyrexian Arena is a classic. I mean,
self-explanatory.
It's still not. It hasn't seen as much play in recent years. I think in some decks, at least not in my play groups.
Yeah.
But I think it still does. I think it still does the thing.
I think the card I debated replacing it for was another card from Final Fantasy. It was like Seymour's something or other, but I believe it was 5 mana. So.
Yeah. Deadly Dispute. There's a reason it's one of the most expensive commons.
Yeah,
from the last few years. It's very good.
Yeah.
I do love the Buried Alive. I realize it's not exactly card draw, but putting 3 creatures immediately into your graveyard, it puts Bruna and
Gisela and Bruna in, and probably like Sephira or Lyra or
the Indestructible.
Yeah, so that's Sephira.
Yeah. And those 3 back instantly, that's game. We might as well move on to the next game. Unless there's an exile or a mass bounce effect. What are the rest of us doing?
Yeah.
You have an indestructible creature and we can't cast spells less than 3 mana cost?
Yep. We're done.
Done. Wrap it up. Pointed Discussion. It's an overcosted spell for sure. But I have seen Make a Blood in this deck. That 1 additional blood is just all you need to go that extra mile. So that's good. Minas Tirith, obviously great card.
Legendary creature, pay 2, tap, and draw a card.
Yeah. It's from the same set that, again, saying how much we love this.
Yeah, I love Lord of the Rings, so I try to include it as much as I can.
I love the Palantir so much.
It's very good.
At the beginning of your end step, put an influence counter on this and scry 2. Target opponent may have you draw a card. If that player doesn't, you mill X cards, where X is the number of influence counters on the Palantir, and that player loses life equal to the total mana value of those cards. This does everything you need it to. It's either drawing you a card, or your graveyard is an extension of your hand. And so I almost would rather, at a certain point in time,
just let you draw.
I'm going to just let you draw, because milling you for 4 not only is probably going to hit me in the face for minimum 6, but
it's mana cost, right? There's so many, 4, 5, 6 mana cost plus.
Oh, for sure. I'm looking at maybe 10.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, after a while, the number of
it's a politics piece too. Who wants to let me draw a card?
I guess. Honestly, though, if you're looking at this card properly, in my opinion, if this is in play and you reach 3 influence counters on this, I'm going to give you the card no matter what, because milling 3 cards into your graveyard almost guarantees putting an angel in your hand, which is just putting an angel into your hand for 3 mana.
Yeah.
Right? I can't express how angry I am at how good the Battle Angels of Tyr are
such a good card
in this deck.
Yeah.
It's so good. Flying Myriad 4/4. When the Battle Angels of Tyr deal combat damage to a player, draw a card if that player has more cards in hand than each other player. Create a treasure token if that player has more lands than each other player. And gain 3 life if that player has 3 or more life than any other player. That's fine and dandy. And all of its abilities are cool and good. Why am I upset with this card?
Myriad.
This thing, if you attack, and there are no good attacks, let's say there's only 1 opponent that you're actually going to be able to hit, or even if you can hit, maybe they've got a spirit, they're just going to block, you still have 2 angels for free that are 3/3s that are just getting sacked to your commander.
And I get 8 blood tokens.
And you get minimum 8 blood tokens and any other drain
Triggers.
effects from your other permanents.
Yep.
That's so uncool.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's wild, for sure. The Exemplar of White, 4 mana, 3/3 flying. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. We've seen a number of ways in the deck to do it. It doesn't do it consistently gaining life, but it does do it.
It does do it. It's I guess a sub theme I've waffled on if I want to like go more into.
There is, I believe. I don't believe it got cut. I think it's actually in the video, our second commander video, where you actually talk about this on in the video, where you say the deck doesn't have enough life gain. Which I should probably pivot into more as you're casting a spell that gives you life, and then the following turn you did it again, where it's just like you'd drawn into the life gain part of the deck, and that was just the thing, the moment. Yeah, and then whenever you put 1 or more +1/+1 counters on this creature, draw a card, and then the ability triggers only once each turn.
Yeah.
It happens consistently enough that you're going to get maybe 1 or 2 draws on it during the game.
And it's still an angel.
And it's still an angel.
And it gets bigger, sacks for more.
And then the Fire main Commando, 4 mana, flying 4/3. Whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, draw a card. Notably, this creature does not have to attack for that draw to happen. So those myriad tokens are going in swinging. And whenever another player attacks with 2 or more creatures, they draw a card if none of those creatures are attacking you, which... I'm a huge fan of Goad. This is not Goad, obviously, but the incentive.
Similar
yeah, that incentive.
Don't look over here. Look over there.
Go over there.
Somewhere else.
Please.
Let me play with my own
cards. Yeah, great. Removal package is kind of light, but you're the scariest thing in play.
Well, I'm sacking and you're sacking when I sack.
That's fair.
Is the plan, or I'm draining you and I'm doing it again, like...
Angel of Ruin, this thing returning from the graveyard multiple times in a game has been the ruin of me in games.
Don't know if it made the channel, but there was a game where another friend was playing his Saga deck, and I kept reanimating this over and over, and it still wasn't enough, and it was very frustrating.
Yes, I remember that video. It did not make a video, sorry, no, but I remember that game, and you're right, it was very frustrating. The Sunblast Angel... 6 mana, 4/5 flying. When it enters, destroy all tapped creatures.
I like these. I like this one, and Split Up is another one that's very similar. I like the option.
Yeah.
To tap things, destroy tapped or untapped things.
Yeah. Eradicator Valkyrie is another great card for getting rid of those myriad tokens.
Yeah.
Where you're just sacrificing a creature. Each opponent sacrifice a creature or planeswalker. Which, again, as you say, having each opponent sacrifice a thing for the value of 1 creature is
great.
Really good. Damn.
Classic Orzhov.
Yeah, it's if you're in Orzhov, I don't see damnation anymore. I don't see Wrath of God. It's damn I see now. Damn gets played way more than that. Anguished Unmaking, exile target non-land permanent, you lose 3 life. It's simple, it's direct, it does the thing you need it to do. I'm really coming around on targeted exile effects, specifically for things like the One Ring, which is now in our playgroup. Where it's like, I need an answer for that, and bouncing it to your hand is not the answer. And
just postpones.
Destruction is not the answer, and postponing you is not doing the thing. Because if I bounce it to your hand, you're getting another turn where I can't do anything to you. And if I just let you sit there drawing cards, you are not going to draw out, and you are not going to lose life to those burden counters. It's something's happening. Swords to Plowshare. If you're playing Commander, you have faced this card. If you haven't played Commander, I don't know why you're here.
I mean, be here anyway. Learn about it. Nothing wrong with that.
Please. But please learn about Swords to Plowshares when you... Oh, is this where we do side tangent, do a rant?
To what?
Swords of Plowshares and Path to Exile.
Sure, go ahead.
Is this the side? Okay, no. I realize that we have in Magic created cards, and then later on created different cards that do different things and come up with like different workarounds and play styles where we come up with, it would have been so much better for this card to have been named that. But Swords to Plowshares should not be exile target creature. Its controller gains life equal to the power. And Path to Exile should not be exile target creature. Its controller may search for a basic land and put it onto the battlefield tapped. It should be flipped. Because Plowshares is what you do with your land. It's what you do with your farm field. It should go and get you a land. Path to Exile should exile you, and you should go off and search a new life, which is what
get your life back.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, we are in agreement.
Okay.
I mean, we are. We might go more minority, but I just think they should change the words
for sure. Okay, moving on. Let's talk about just straight token generation.
What's that? Our next one? Okay.
That's it. This is our last pile. Is just straight up token generation.
You did that.
I did. I will take responsibility. Apparently. For Myriad, we've already shown.
We already talked about how good Myriad is.
Yeah. So, but we'll just show that there's a couple that are actually in the deck. So, Blade of Selves getting you those lovely ETB triggers that all those angels have. But then you have the Herald of the Host, which I'm so mad.
It was cut, and then we had a couple games where Myriad just performed so well.
It came back in.
On Battle Angels of Tyr, that it came back in, and then I also bought Blade of Selves because I went, I need more of that in my life.
I need more of this in my gameplay. Absolutely, you did, and it has proven to be the bane of my ever long existence. We've got a bunch of examples of blood tokens, so I'm gonna break them out for you, and you can sort of go through them for the channel.
Voldaren Estate, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Create a blood token, costs less if you have more vampires. And then it's just, it could actually be pulled. I don't think I've ever actually used it for what it does. It's more there for theme. Like, I'm never going to pay life to cast it to play a vampire. I think I run 2 vampires in 100 cards.
Yeah, and even though it makes vampires, like, that's not doing the thing for vampires.
And like, if I am putting this out early, I am not spending 5 mana to create a single blood token. Okay. That feels bad.
I think you're running this card for the same reason that I am running the Venture mechanic land in my Sephiroth deck, which is arguably worse than this.
Yeah.
Well, because this is 5 mana, tap this to make a blood token and cost 1 less for each vampire you control, because you will that part will get like cheaper. Whereas that land in my deck, it enters tapped.
Yeah.
You have to tap it, pay a huge cost, tap a legendary creature you control, and then you venture.
Yeah,
and that's
so
it.
There's more.
It's so much worse. This enters untapped. Its ability gets cheaper as the game goes on. Yeah.
This was a new edition, Moonstone Eulogist. I quite like it. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, create a blood token, and whenever I sacrifice an artifact, put a 1/1 counter on him and gain life. So sacrificing blood tokens to bring creatures back to the board, it's just going to get bigger, just going to get stronger. It's going to do the thing that the deck wants it to do.
Yeah.
Glasscast Heart. So I have used it for the lifelink portion a few times. It's been pretty handy, but I've never done the bottom effect where I've sacrificed it and 13 blood tokens for each opponent to lose 13 life, and I would gain 13 life.
Is it something that you think would ever come up?
No, but like for Rule of Cool, I want it to happen. Cool. Like, I did have Elber's Binding Blade in this. I think that's what it's called. Yes. And it did get pulled just because it's too expensive, but the same thing. Like, for that one game where it happened, like, I would personally just be so happy.
I once had it in a deck where the Binding Blade where I did get it to flip, and irritatingly, I went to pass the turn after it had flipped, and somebody went path.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And it's like,
I just wanted to do the thing.
It's fine.
Yeah, so like I feel this, because it's cheaper, could do the thing quicker than the Elber's Binding Blade, and then it also lowers the CMC of the deck by getting rid of that like 7 mana artifact. Vampire's Kiss, just another way to get more blood tokens and potentially kill someone too.
I think that's rather optimistic, but yes, go on.
Well, I mean, depends on when you draw it too. At the end of the game, right? Like Falconwrath Forebear, this one puts in work. If you get it early, it can't block, but it's a 3/1 with flying. Whenever it deals damage, it creates a blood token. And then you can pay black, sacrifice 2, and return it from the graveyard to the battlefield. So it just keeps coming back, makes more. It does the thing that I want the deck to do.
Yeah.
And this next one is also very good. Camber the Plunderer. So it's 4 mana for a 3/4, and he's a lifelink vampire. No flying, but whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, I gain life and I create a blood token. So if I'm sacrificing, causing you to sacrifice, he is giving me life and making more blood tokens based on your pain.
Yeah.
Which just works for me.
It just works for me. Luminarch Ascension. I see it in a lot of Tribal Angel decks. I am amazed, and I shouldn't be, but I am always amazed how this first ability is so hard to keep you off of, because it's every single turn.
Yeah.
And like if somebody like if you're all three of your opponents are focused in on you.
That's been my experience. Is I play this and I'm threat number one, even if I'm not the threat,
But that
because it's the potential of bringing
that doesn't
those
last very long though.
It runs for at least a round or two, depending on like how play goes. But you play this, it's cheap, right? It's 2 mana. But even like being hit with a 1/1 stops you. And if I'm playing this turn 2, yeah, I could potentially make an angel on my next turn, because I think it's only 3, right?
Yeah.
It's 4 counters.
But yeah.
Yeah. So like I would need another round, but it's this I have found is very it focuses the aggro players definitely on you.
Obviously, it's still in the deck, so it's obviously
it's done the thing a couple times, and it's totally worth it when it does work the way it needs to do. So that's why it's kept in.
Okay. Next, we've got another one that has proven to be extremely.
This is one of my favorite cards.
Yeah.
This came in OTJ, and it just does work. Because not only do I get benefits from making tokens, and yeah, it's only once per turn, or sorry, once per instance of a token being created, but it makes tokens based on what my opponents are, and everyone now is making tokens. So I get foods, I get treasures, I get gnomes, I get whatever anyone's creating.
Call back to the video.
Back to the video, yeah. Like it works so well, and it puts in work for 3 mana. It's just an amazing card.
And that ability did slow me down in that game.
You stopped playing cards because of it.
Yeah, very much so. I had to play around it because I was at low life. I didn't want to die, and not that I thought that the trigger was going to kill me, but knowing that your deck makes a lot of tokens, I
would gain benefit from it too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I totally see it. It puts in work. It's a great card.
And the last 2 cards that are in the deck that we're going to talk about are these 2 cards that care so much about when you make a token, make a different kind of token as well.
Yep.
So making the food has definitely been valuable. This +1/+1 counter, this has gotten out of hand before.
Yeah, and then it also gives you more blood tokens based on the toughness of the creature plus combat damage. And then also can't forget that food tokens, when you pay 2 tap them, you get 3 life, I think it is.
3 life.
So that's always valuable.
Yeah, and having this around, if you end up getting enough like food around, like for the rest of the game, you are set for. Oh, I need to trigger this life ability.
Yeah, I can do that.
Now you have it, and then this one making Thopters is.
This is a new include. It hasn't done the thing that it's meant to do yet, but the
ceiling is high.
Yeah,
the ceiling is high. Yeah.
So I hope it does what it needs to do. I think it's going to be a great include if it does what I want it to do for us.
I agree. So
me.
For the future of the deck?
For the future of the channel.
So, parting thoughts, Shilgengar. Talk to me where you see the deck going in the future. Are you
this is a solid 2. I can make it way more competitive if I wanted to like rip out some of the like angel flavor, and put in some more ramp and more consistency and ways to get like specific combos and things like that. But I like that it's just like an easy angel tribal. Some of the cards might be not wasted, but like over costed for the deck that it's in. But I like it. I like the theme. I like what he does. It's I like the art. I like the angels. Like, I mean, making a mono white angel deck wasn't the thing I wanted to do, but then I saw this and I was like, heck yeah. This is metal. I remember sending to you and I'm like, are you familiar with this card? And you're like, why do I care about Angel Tribal? And I'm like, no, look at the artwork. And you're like, that's metal as hell. And I'm like, right?
Yeah, no,
let's make that.
That is exactly how that conversation went. I was like, I don't care about Angel Tribal. I don't care about this card at all. Why are you doing? Never mind. I'm here for it. This, of course, brings me to my second tangent of the video, which is, why did Astartes have to be a creature type that they made? They are the Emperor's angels.
I had wished, like in lore, they basically are called angels. But if WotC had named them angels from that, I definitely would have included more. Like, I have a lot of Warhammer decks too, because I really like their effects and their cards. But I wish they had angel keywords, because some of those cards would have fit in here and they would have been so good.
So good.
So good.
So good. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I do eventually. This might be too much work, but eventually we might try a thing where we like rule 0 an entire element of the deck and be
Yeah.
like, Astartes are angels for this game. Yeah. What do you get out of it?
Yeah.
No. The XYZ deck gets an additional color for this game in its identity. What do you do with that additional color?
Yeah.
So
we should play around with some rules and things just to test some things out. But yeah, no, I'm relatively happy where this goes. I wish it was a bit quicker and more consistent. But I mean, that could be changed.
Obviously, New Capenna, if we ever go back, has a lot of cheap angels. That was their like hype. Was that their angels were like 2 and 3 costed, which is really great.
I know that they pulled them out though. A lot of the ones from New Capenna, just because they were.
There's still. I think there's at least
there's 3 or 4. I think I just changed up some of the artworks on some. My wife helps me pick the artworks and then gives me an excuse to buy the expensive ones. So, although I do need to replace the Exemplar of Light because I like the
old art
where it's got like the blinder, almost like Journey from Star Trek. Yeah. So
here. In the art. Yeah. Okay, well, that was our Shilgengar deck tech. Get in the comments. Let us know what your favorite card is in the deck. Let us know if you have a commander that you've seen on the channel that you'd like to see us go through and talk about.
Do a deeper dive. Yeah, for sure.
And thanks for watching. Bye, friends.
See ya.